Everyone, everyone, welcome. Welcome to today's live streaming, everyone. Everyone, how's it going? Hope you are having a Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. How's it going? So, hey, Kriska. Everyone, Happy New Year. How's it going? Hope you are enjoying this 2025 vibe. Yeah. So it's already it's a scary 2025. And it's a yeah, it's a time flies. But hope you guys have a great this new year. So Kriska, what's up? So do you have a good plan for 2025? Hope you have. Yeah. So maybe I'm going back to Japan in a year. So I wanted to travel Europe before going back to Japan, but yeah, it depends on how to stay. We'll do great. The new year is here and I'm already working hard. Really? Is that for translation work or something? Yeah, hope you are having a great gig. Yeah. So I'm almost finishing up full stay. So right now. And so the rest work is to polishing here and there. And also I need to think about localization. Yeah. I haven't decided the plan yet, but needed to think about. I've been working for Swery. Swery, Swery, is that that Japanese game dev? White old guy. I'm currently translating Hotel Barcelona. Oh, sounds like I don't recognize that name, but let me check. Hotel Barcelona. Ah, Is that a 2D game? ちゃうか。なんか、ちゃうか。Yes, yes. Didn't know that. It's new title. Oh, that's great. Congrats. Yeah, that's great. How, how did you get the gift? So, was that you approached to them? It's a way, yeah, it's great. I'm happy for you, that's great. Actually, I didn't know that. It's when it's collab 企画, so when it's announced, indicate, interesting. Oh, hey, Chris か。そう。 it seems like so seems right now it has so Japanese, English, Chinese, and Spanish and Catalonia. It's interesting to find so they put emphasis on Spanish. Is that because recommend you recommend to them? Interesting. I approached him and was lucky enough to get the job. Oh, great! Yeah, it's but well, so something like via Twitter, X or something. It's so great. Very interesting. He went to a Spanish event. Oh, that's cool. So, I remember that you said before that so Spain didn't have big event recently. But so is that so? Is that does it mean Spain has a new gaming event lately? That's interesting. And so I'm curious. So when it's announced, okay. So let's check.ああ、別になかったか。まあいいや。おやあ、ちゃうわ。あ、forward。へえ。I'm curious, so when it's announced and so it's currently so is planned to self-publishing at this moment. So so his previous title is should be 3 or 4 years ago, and so I'm curious, coming 2024. Oh, okay. Interesting. When it has, okay. Seems like it has so Steam pages since May 2024. Okay. Yes, Spain does have a lot of events. Okay. That's unfortunate. Is Prestige doing fine? Yeah, so honestly, so it's in early access right now, and I'm planning to do full release this spring. And so at this moment, so honestly, now I'm barely keeping afloat. And I'm hoping full release will do better. But so I don't have that much confidence, but just hoping. Yeah. As so, so I'm checking other early access games, and so some games are doing much better when it's going out of early access, going to full release. But some games don't do well at their full launch. So it's scary. Yeah, you're right.そうか。Okay. Since then, I remember that you did translation work for that so old some parody-ish, so homage some old game inspired game title. I remember that you did translation work. And it seems like that game did well. Since then, have you had other titles? Have you had another titles to translate? Yeah, so I'm curious how much this translation give generally you can expect. But yeah. I didn't understand that last part, sorry. But I have experience translating both old and new games. Yeah,そう。なんだっけな。So, do you do you remember that? So, you told me you shared one title that you were working for. It's a it's a Steam game and that inspired by old console game. So that's the one title you said that you are working. Then this White All One is another title I've learned. So between that, have you had did you have other works between this these two works? Yes, yes. How's that? So, yeah, seems like so. I started translating and making Game Boy cartridge. Oh, really? That's great. Translating and making Game Boy cartridges. So, is that something like new games but built for Game Boy? Typically, you find it on Kickstarter project. Is that something like that? Or are you literally translating all the Game Boy games? That's interesting. Expert Game Boy ROM hacker. That it sounds cool. Interesting.そうか。It seems like this new Game Boy title projects are typically doing well on Kickstarter. That's it might be you might utilize your knowledge there. There are a lot of new interesting Game Boy games. Yeah, seems like. That's, I'm curious how these new projects are popping up. It's okay, so, okay. Good Boy Galaxy for GBA is really cool. Oh, interesting. So let's check. ああ、ちょっと怖い。Good Boy Galaxy. Oh, it's already released. A game for Game Boy Advance. Oh, it seems like actually released for official release on Game Boy Advance. Interesting. Oh, that's interesting. So, Steam has not that much reviews here, but one interesting part is Ichio has almost the same amount of reviews. That's interesting. Kickstarter, they should be do super well on Kickstarter. Okay, cool. 200,000 euros. That's cool. Interesting. Is that okay. So I'm curious, what kind of teams is kicking off such kind of project? Well, that's seems like just it's a solo. It's just a solo project. That's cool. First press games. Oh, it's a physical release. So I didn't know this company, physical release. So I heard that so if you want to do physical release, your base price should be should have minimum have more. It requires minimum price. You can't do physical release with too cheap price. I just want to its price. Okay. Eh? Is that it's quite it's quite pricey. Yeah, but soそうかそうか。cartridge should be another difficult part. Oh, そうか。そう。Interesting. の、ノースタスカーボイルさん。あれか。I hope this project does not go down badly like the Yandere dev. Of course, it's in a good, actually, in a good place, good pace. I'm almost finishing game contents right now and still I want to do a bit of polishing and planning to full release this spring. So yeah, just a few months ahead of full release. Chris, he did more than Yandere dev already, to be honest. So, seems like there is too much scandal around him, so it's I'm reluctant to talk about that project, but so actually, so honestly, it's impressive to do that game by one guy. So just for his logic part, programming part, I think it's not so easy game genre to pull off, I guess. But anyway, so yeah. His scandal is too much, unfortunately. ヨーゴマンダーズさん、ハッピーニューイヤー。ノスタスカ、sorry, ノスタスカさん。Have you heard of Fear and Haga 2 Termina? Yeah, I've heard of this series. It's quite interesting. It's made by someone from your native homeland who lives in Finland. Native homeland? Oh, does it mean so it's made by a Japanese guy living in Finland? If I didn't know that. If so, it's very interesting. Whisker, yeah, cartridges are expensive. Yeah. It makes sense, actually. So, and I feel it has more collection value can and which can justify its price, I guess. ユージュースさん、welcome. So, do you do you change to your name to even in YouTube? Okay. So, so 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 it's from so I've been talking with Kriska and so Kriska got a new gig from Japanese developer Swery, white old guy. So it's so let's congratulate Kriska. あ、これか。じゃあさ、yeah, it's doing good. So it's on pace, I guess. And so, Kriska, so does it mean, will you do Catalonia translation as well? Are you from Catalan? Barcelona? じゃあさ、do you still do Prestay or do you work on a new game? No, I'm still working on Prestay too, and I am pushing it to full release this spring. Yeah. Risk, no, that's made by another person. Oh, interesting. I'm from Andalusia. Okay, that's great. So also, I remember this. So Chris, so I saw interesting indie game from. So that game is something featuring Barcelona, and it's a stylish looking 2D Metroidvania type of game. スティームパンクやったかな ?Kind of steampunk in Barcelona or something. I was impressed. Okay. So, okay. I'm currently working on so key mapping and almost done. Just doing, I'm doing finishing. Make sure there is no bugs in this key mapping function. 何やったかな。えーっと、えーっと、this menu, creating menu is quite complicated and it's also, I used to live in Gibraltar. That's great. There's not much to do there. I like to go to the rock sometimes. Okay. So I finally put the option menu to usual game screen. So, and どうしようかな。So currently it's so let's try. Okay. Choose from. Okay. It's a write error message. It's putting about. Okay. Swap is working. So seems like swap is working. What okay. Okay. It's okay. Hmm. そうか。どうしよっかな。どうやって確認しようかな。そう。Okay, let's check it's actually changed it to input setting. Okay, it's changed. And ああ、そうかそうか。うん。 Is Gibraltar called the Rock? That's interesting. Oh, thanks. You are. Thanks. Lanier. What is that? What of crime issue? Yuju-san, by the way, Nito, will your next game be made with UE5 or are you sticking to UE4? I have that certain UE5 suffer from performance issue here and there, so I'm reluctant to run UE5 myself. This is an important point. So, the problem is that Unreal Engine 5 is so clearly, I mean for AAA industry, AAA type games, they are aiming for. And for most of indie games, it's not for indie games, so we typically want to make differentiate from AAA type of games. So like, so the AAA games are typically trying to do photorealistic things, but so we can't compete with that as indies. So we typically want to do more stylized way things. Then so it conflicts with Unreal Engine 5 direction actually. And so I haven't dig into Unreal Engine 5 yet, but so it sounds like this gap between AAA direction and indie demands is getting this gap is getting wider. So honestly, I want more lightweight, simpler game engine actually. So and but so I need to actually investigate its situation. But so I don't know what I should pick. But so actually, so I'm kind of I feel UE5 is moving toward the direction that I can't benefit from much. So that's a big problem actually. So it means I need to switch to Unity or Godot. But so it's not easy. Nostaska-san, I wonder the ending where you as a player is cooking a new recipe that gives hope for another tomorrow. I'm not sure. You are referring to Proust's ending scene or cooking a new recipe? Or is that your recommendation or something? Yeah. Just, if you don't mind me asking, what will your next game? So, yeah, it's not fully decided yet. That's so. Yeah, this is so. What I learned since I started to push stage that so. The game genre or what game you are making is the most important part. Biggest indicator that your game will have financial commercial success or not. So it's super duper important and you should not decide easily. Actually, you definitely put most efforts into deciding your next game. So that's the most important decision you can make. Also, I need to, so before birthday, I didn't have my life plan. But so this time, so I need to, I need to make more, more, more so rational planning for my future. So it's another difficult part. Whisker, Spanish people are usually rude and loud, so I understand. To be honest, English people is also rude and loud in places like Malaga. I guess the tourists are always rude, no matter where are they from. Oh, interesting. Others, indie is more fun, more focused on fun gameplay. Yeah, so making AAA games should be super difficult, I guess. Of course, making indie game is difficult too, but so AAA, you need to. It requires you make millions of dollars at least. I don't know how much they need to make. So it's too much threshold you need to clear. Is that so? Benidorm, Torremolinos. Is that something beach town or something? I don't play a lot of AAA games. Indie games are more interesting. Yeah, personally, I agree with that. So, AAA games has much of tick box they need to check for products, high priced products. I don't feel it's I'm not thrilled by that. Others need to will you do pixel art for your next game? That's a great question. And so, honestly, I think I should go that way. Honestly, yeah. So, in terms of time efficiency, and also to make it differentiate from AAA games. So pixel art games are very great choice for indie games, I guess. So I will try it actually. Fresca, they are rich compared to the average Spanish work. Also, I think the big problem with indie games is they try to do too many things. Interesting. Too many things. So can you pick a example game that's trying too much? First, another question. Fresca, to be honest, I worked with a lot of Japanese developers. I learned entire games is where the money is. Really? Oh, really? So, I don't have that impression actually. So, maybe so. If you are making indie games, and I suppose entire games can be more predictable, profitable for your investment. Non-hentai normal indie games are more gamble compared to hentai games. I I believe. But so top ceiling is higher for normal indie games compared to hentai games, I guess. On the other hand, keeping the gameplay simple is best. Yeah, could be. Especially so for recent indie trend, so like Vampire Survivor and other games. Seems like, yeah, Valtaro, so, or Thronefall, so simple and interesting gameplay should be a great way. So honestly, I'm kinda inclined to do story-driven game for my next game. So yeah, and it's a so it scares me, but I feel uh, Whisker, I don't usually like those games though. Those games, hentai games. そう、なんやろな。So also Kriska, so I'm not quite sure. So for Japan, when I switched to indie game development, so before that, there are still there are Japanese hentai doujin store, online stores, and there are hentai games, typically JRPG style hentai games, selling well there. At that moment, Steam doesn't have any foreign hentai games at that moment. But since then, Steam has allowed hentai games, and I don't have knowledge about how these hentai games on Japanese doujin site is coming to Steam, or are they still exclusive on Japanese online site? So I'm curious about that. I have no idea. Hanuzeya-san, branding. Do you want to develop it? Branding? Not quite sure about branding. Sorry, I missed the context. 宮中さん, it already worked in the hentai industry before being a developer. Yeah. You know well about my 恥ずかしい embarrassing past. Yeah, so I have no objection with hentai games and industries in general. But simply you need to have a special passion for that to keep working in hentai industry. That's what I learned. And I don't have that passion. So I only have a very small range of passion, and that quite makes my life hard. Yuju-san, if he only cared about money, he would just work at a convenience store or something. You can't make much money by working at a convenience store. Unfortunately, though. He's trying to make something special with his life. Yeah, that's right. So, I definitely need to definitely feel urge to work for what means to my life actually. Birthday is special and different, so I'd love to see him success and make more stuff like that. Thank you so much. Yeah. Also, I want to make similarly special thing for my next game. But I, I'm not quite sure. So it's a different thing from marketability. Yeah, that's a scary part. So I feel so. Maybe I need to find other way to supplement my income so that I can work on peacefully next game. Hello there. I think in a lot of farming simulators they add too many things to do. Interesting. That detract from the core things. So there are lots of farming sim games, and how about but so isn't that players are requiring for having vast range of things you can do in the game, isn't that? I'm not quite sure, but so like decorating your house and having pets and doing fishing and such. Like adding guns and many bosses and such. Interesting. Maybe Nito should make a farming game. Yeah, so I think it's I believe it's not easy to prove. Honestly, so I haven't played any farming games in my life. It means I don't have any interest in farming in game or in real actually. So maybe I'm an anti-farming personality. I don't know. It feels chore to me honestly. And it means I can't make good farming game. Vampire is a good example. It's very simple, but the gameplay is fun, so you can play it many times. Yeah, so if I can come up with good gameplay, so maybe maybe I want to make such a simple game. But so kinda my brain's kinda so inclining to make want to make story experience at this moment. So it's sad. めくりパースさん。ハッピーニューイヤー。これっすか、変態ゲームズは、 uninteresting for me, but those are profitable and easy to make. Deal site is the most popular phrase. So, Kriska, I heard that, so how big Nutaku is? I don't know. So, I actually don't current knowledge about hentai market, but So, Kriska, have you worked with Japanese devs working publishing on DL site games? Not Steam. I have a Japanese friend who makes 4 games every year, releasing one every 3 months. It sounds very professional, actually. Does it mean there are small indie hentai companies, but it sounds like your friend is doing as a solo prioritier, so as a solo company. It sounds interesting. I don't have that passion. I try to draw that kind of stuff, but I guess I don't like women that much. That's that's interesting. Maybe just find something you enjoy or have an interest in real life and make a game around it. And then you can add characters and the story around it. Yeah, it's actually a good. It's a good way to make your passion game project. These games like skateboarding game is doing well, and it's if that's something like that. So in my case, at this moment I want to make more. I can't there story types of game. In which I'd like to see a Tokyo taxi driver simulator pressed in 1988 to 89 during the bubble years, driving around in a Nissan Cedric, owning drunken salaryman and hostess girls. Sounds interesting. It might be a great game idea. Honestly, yeah. So there is a bubble economic simulator. So trader game in bubble period Japan on Steam, and it's selling well. So maybe it should be another hit game. Yeah. Actually interesting. Okay. 何やったかな what I'm doing. So Currently just checking if there is not something. So this どうしよっかな。ないわ。これは後にしよう。so this is IKEA did. どうやったかな。よしよし。OK。アタックモディファイア、そう。どうするんやったかな。あ、間違った。ん ?OK。そう、and I need what I need to. OK、言ってんな。So,どうやったかな。Let's see if that is working. あかん。So let's see if it's OK working. OK. So it's working on gamepad. あ、これめんどくせえな。Where? あれ、あ、そっか。ああ、なるほど。So I want to back it with どうしようかな。そうか。なあ。It's okay. It's okay. So when you allow the player to find key maps, it means you can't predict anything. So you need to have some inconvenience. Can't be helped. おわ。前は。そう、next. Next, let's check. So, keyboard, if keyboard is working. あ、そうか。OK, OK. I should. あ、ちょっと。Window size is getting too small. OK, クリスさん。 See you next time. ジュさん、What I think could be cool is a murder mystery game set on a remote Japanese island like in northern Honshu like Aomori, where you can explore various areas and interact with characters to solve cases. That's interesting. So, there are quite a few of mystery games in, made by a Japanese companies since NES or PC before Windows era. So, and there should be. Actually, so, actually, I feel, I know, 何やったかな I can't, it's, let me check, so, なんて、so famous one is オホーツクに9. It's a so set in Hokkaido actually. It's a quite old game, so it's a so 40 years old. But so recently it's a similar title is currently similar looking titles are currently developed and it also has a Steam version. Surprisingly. もう didn't know that, so it's already. And so, it's a different one. I believe it has. これかな So, this kind of mystery games, but so, of course, you only have Japanese. It's unfortunate. But I suppose this Hosk might has. Oh, it has English. Interesting. I can't recommend this game, but so I will share this just in case. Keju さん、is there a game called Who Murdered Sonic the Hedgehog? It sounds interesting. Okay, so 何やったかな。So next I need to operate it with keyboard. あ、間違った。あ、そうや。タブでバックで。Okay, seems like working. Next up is よしよし。ああ。Let's check if it's swap correctly. Okay. Ah, you see, left, down left side, it's a interface is not correctly shown. Why? But okay. Tab. おー、it seems like it's not working. Found bug. That's unfortunate. えどうしたっけな。I forgot. あ、そうか。It doesn't swapped for some reason. It's not good. Why it happens? Oh, it's lacking. Why? Professor Layton was what my idea was based on. ああ。So it's Professor Layton series has a murder case. Does that series have a murder case? I don't. I really don't know about that series, and it seems more heartwarming game. And I have imagined that it might have some theft case. So like so But so, it's difficult to imagine bloody murder case happens in that world. But so, anyway, so why to cap, why it's not working? Oh. Oh. This is weird. And this update is so, it affects a lot of people, so I'm a bit scared to, I need to do a lot of debugging before pushing this. So it's swapping. Ah, you see, left side wise seems like already collapsed. Oh no. I thought it was working, but it seems like just working on this list. Oh no, 動かねえよ。It's not working. Ah, no, it's not working. It's a shame. Rosio-san, it has some light violence, but the art style is good. Art violence, light violence. Interesting. なんやろ how deep it can go. I want to see limitation. And I want to see Z-rated version of rate. Yaju-san, I think he was just talking about the vibe of rating games. I only played one chapter and it wasn't violent but had yet very enjoyable stories. Interesting. So, that maker is kinda interesting one. G-Red-san, Egan, thank you. I meant that my English is just really bad. Oh, really? So, so, I suppose this, so, recent hit, so, you know, that Golden Idol is surprising hit lately. So this game is a super duper do well and murder mystery type of game. But I believe this level of success is quite rare and difficult for mystery games. So typically, mystery games doesn't do that well from my observation. And I respect these developers. It's difficult to think to come up with a mystery game, isn't that? Yojus-san, I never heard of Golden Idol, but it seems like it has a lot of personality. Maybe that's the reason why it succeeded. So, I don't have, I haven't investigated, researched yet, but seems like it has quite a lot of freedom for players to how to solve case, how manage your speculation in this game. So see, a new kind of detective game that allows you to think and investigate freely. Discover clues surrounding 12 strange and gruesome deaths and build your own theory. Pick your suspect, deduce a motive, and mask of truth. So typically, mystery game can be linear and you just need to follow through sometimes lunatic theory player, the developer forced to follow. But it seems like in this game, this developer go against that mystery games old trope. That's great. But what I impressed me is that players actually find and appreciate developers' new challenge. That's a beautiful part, I guess. And let me SteamDB. The case of なんであるアイドルか。It's embarrassing. So let me how their start is. So you see, it's when it's published, they only has under 2,000 followers. So it means before the launch, the game wasn't discovered by much of people. But since then, I believe so. Lots of words of mouth and video coverage. Attribute to their success. And that's very impressive. All this, anyway, I need to go. Yeah. Thanks. See you next time, next week. So, okay, so we find bug, unfortunately. Let's see what was wrong. So, in this case, I'm using what is not working is swapping. Swapping is not working. So, really? So, yes. So this is a swapping function. But something is not working here. Action key map to swap action map names keyword. あ、これちゃうぞ。お、Yo man. おいおいおい。Okay, okay. Action map and access map. Yes, yes. It's okay. Action key map to swap. Yes. No, it's difficult. Eh? Hunting is not working. Everything is working. So need to check it. So here. So let's call. Let's add. Deleted key. あれ Deleted key. Deleted key. Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh. ああ。うん。うん。remove action mapping。うん。マジで？スワップ時に即アクションキーマッピング。get name。then スワップ時にうん。うん。アクセスマップ、ローズキー、セットキーね、まあ UI、yes, yes, it's okay。うん。アクセスキー、アクセス、うーんと、アクセスキーマップスワップ、アクセスキーマップスワップ。It's for each. Oh, okay. Yes. あ、あ、I feel this is so what I had what I had a problem before. So I believe this should be. So I'm initializing this working variable, and I found this made another bug in different similar part, because I should put here. So it can be the reason. It didn't work. So yeah, Yaju-san, so if you are reluctant to continue working on Unreal Engine 5, so what is your another plan? So are you thinking about switching to Unity or Godot or something? I think if you want to, no, it's not, so it's in general topic, you in general terms, but so it might be good to stick with Unreal Engine if someone, you is want to work in big AAA company, maybe. So I heard recently AAA companies is switching to Unreal. But if not so, I'm not quite sure indeed Unreal Engine is friendly for, suitable for indie game dev. So also I heard recently mobile games is getting harder and harder for small devs. There are exception, of course, but so difficult for typical indie devs without lots of marketing budget. So it means so Unity has had advantage on mobile game development. Recently, so for indie developers, it's not that attractive because mobile market is shrinking for indie devs. But yeah, I don't know. Yujus-san, if I remember correctly, Unity has a problem about selling your game commercially because they will ask you for certain percentage amount. It's the same as Unreal Engine. So I know that Unity had a huge trouble. It made a big mess about new pricing, and it's still a big concerning for Unity users. And so, but still Unity has more user base for, especially for small indie devs. But actually, so honestly, I don't know much about Unity, so I don't feel switching to Unity is a better way. But also, yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's better to sticking with Unreal Engine. So, but so, it's difficult, you know. Anzu-san, Happy New Year! Happy New Year! So, at least so, いやー、なんやろな。We all day, そう、なんやろな。it's difficult. People say that Godot works in a different way than other engines, so it requires you to have knowledge that is useless in other engines. So I think Unreal Engine is still the best way to go. Yeah, you have a good point. Interesting. Also, Godot has definitely fewer user base and very limited information, especially for porting your game to consoles. So it's very difficult, especially for if you are not from programmer background. And so it only matters if your Unity game makes a lot of money, which most people do not make. Yeah, that's right. So Unreal Engine, I suppose it's has a threshold of total amount of income. I suppose it's not annual income, I guess. Unfortunately, I haven't seen soba in Georgia. Yeah, actually, I want to eat soba. Yeah. Soba is good. Want to eat. Yeah. Yeah. Especially for, more than solo devs. So, 100K is not we want to express that amount. But in reality, it's not easy. Yeah, I understand. You're right. So I'm not so quite sure, but so it's not much difference between Unreal Engine and Unity in terms of royalty, I guess, royalty amount, if I remember correctly. Well, so I'm just worrying, so if Unreal Engine is going toward more and more AAA direction. And it should be good for, so I think it's, reasonable way for Epic to move forward AAA direction. Yosh. Let's see. It should. どうやったっけ No. Left side. No, it's not working. What? Ha! It didn't work. Something is not working.登録済みキー、削除したキー、追加したキー。ん I don't know. ああ、え I forgot to connect it, but so it seems like it didn't have. Oh, it's not firing here. Ah, it's not firing here. This is interesting finding. Okay, seems like I need to work on more. But it's getting great, so yeah, I'm going to eat soba. No, I couldn't. So thank you so much for watching today's live streaming, everyone, and wish you happy new year, everyone, and hope we can we can meet again next Wednesday, next week. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. See you next Wednesday. Okay. Yeah, but dear Jusa, Happy New Year.